Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Haley is off tonight. Topping our news, a Manatee County woman in jail tonight accused of hiring a hitman to kill her ex-husband. As we first told you yesterday, Rachel Leahy was arrested and charged with solicitation of premeditated murder. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates joins us now with more details of this bizarre murder plot. Bobeth?
Well, it sounds like something out of a movie or a novel. A woman wants to get rid of her ex by any means necessary, but now she's dealing with the real-life consequences of her alleged actions.
An extremely calm Rachel Leahy appearing before a judge on a charge for solicitation of premeditated murder.
The ankle monitoring device, supervised release, no contact, no firearms, no passport.
I agree to all the stipulations, Your Honor, but I can't do a bond that high.
Well,
Leahy pled with the judge for reduced bail to no avail. Bond was set at $100,000. If she makes that bond, she'll receive supervised release and was ordered to have no contact with her ex, as well as surrender her passport. Manatee County Sheriff detectives say all of this started when Leahy hired who she thought was a hitman to kill her ex-husband.
We had an undercover person posing as a hitman, and they had several meetings together and exchanged money. She gave $1,000 in cash the first meeting about a week ago. Then yesterday, $1,500 in cash.
According to the incident report, Leahy planned to pay the remaining balance upon completion of the job for a total of $5,000. As an alibi, she allegedly had plans to leave the country and return next Friday after the hit was complete.
And she was very straightforward this whole time with the fact that she wanted her husband dead, and the reason she gave was she wanted her kids back, and she felt this was her only recourse, is to get rid of the husband.
According to court documents, Leahy's ex, David, filed for a divorce back in 2011. Since then, the two have been in a bitter custody battle over their 3 children, causing them to go back and forth in court more than a dozen times. In one instance, she filed an injunction against him, which he violated and was arrested for. But neighbors say there is no excuse for her actions.
It's hard to think like that.
You know, a lot of people are divorced and have children, and they don't go around trying to kill their mates.
Even those who live in the neighborhood where Leahy was a caregiver are appalled.
It's unfortunate where people go and some of the measures they'll take when they're hurting or disgruntled or whatever the case may be. I don't know the details, but hurting people usually try and hurt people.
Now, we did reach out to David Leahy, but he did not want to comment. The sheriff's office also says that Rachel Leahy was interested in the undercover deputy doing another job for her because she was upset with another unknown individual who she claimed had money that belonged to her. Back to you.
Sunday marks 15 years since the worst terror attack on U.S. soil. Today, ceremonies being held on the steps of the U.S. Capitol, at the Pentagon, on the streets of New York, and in the New York City's One World Trade Center to honor the victims and remember the events of 9/11.
We will never forget that terrible day.
The passage of time has not dimmed the memory of those that we lost. It has not erased from our minds the many acts of courage that brought light into that dark day.
There will, of course, be ceremonies across the country and here on the Suncoast on Sunday, including the 9/11 Fallen Heroes Memorial Ceremony at Patriots Park in Venice and an annual ceremony held by Northport Police and Fire Rescue. And Longboat Key residents showing their patriotism in remembrance of the victims of September 11th. This is the scene along the entire stretch of Longboat Key, from New Pass to Big Pass, or to the Longboat Pass. Every few feet, there is an American flag along the way. Florida Department of Health announcing troubling new numbers on the number of pregnant women infected with the Zika virus. That count has now risen to 84. This as pesticide spraying ramps up in South Florida, continuing to spark outrage among some residents. Workers in hazmat suits loading planes today with a controversial chemical called nail-ed. The residents for the second day gathered outside of Miami Beach City Hall to call for a stop to what they believe is harmful spraying, despite health officials stressing there is nothing to fear.
Nail-ed has every bit of a damaging potential to the unborn fetus.
It's an organic material, can be spread over organic farm. It's been used in the Florida Keys for a number of years.
Meanwhile, negotiations of both the House and the Senate in Washington on a $1.1 billion Zika funding bill is expected to continue through the weekend. The head of the CDC is warning that more funding is needed quickly. Get a check now on the weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. A hot day on the Suncoast, Bob.
Yeah, tied a record 95 degrees, actually tying the record 95 degrees. And now it's still pretty warm. There have been a few cooling showers around, not a lot of heavy rainfall, which is a good thing because we got big football Friday night tonight. You can see some showers that could be interrupted at times, some of these games with passing showers. They're not going to stick around long, though. They're moving fairly quickly off to the west, and they haven't been all that strong. You can see some near Bayshore Gardens heading off into Sarasota Bay right now, heading toward Longboat Key. So get ready for some more rainfall there. And Venice looking pretty good right now, where the game of the week or game of the night is taking place. Manatee versus Venice. Adam Cellini and Dwayne Lindo will have all the highlights coming up on Football Friday night. We're looking at 87 degrees, a passing shower at the kickoff time, but not too bad as far as the forecast goes. Well, much more on our weather for the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Longboat Key officials will soon be making a big decision on the possibility of dredging some of the island's canals. If town officials have their way, they'll have the ongoing maintenance of those canals, which would include the dredging. Boats getting stuck is one of the problems the town is looking to avoid. The other is making sure stormwater outpours are clear.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, there's always moving tides and things that will clog an inlet or an entrance to an inlet or something like that.
Public Works officials tell us engineering group has been checking out the depths of the canals and inlets. Their final report will be presented to Longboat Key commissioners later on this fall. Some Manatee County residents with a suspended license got a reprieve from the county today. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo is here now to explain how. Dwayne?
Well, that's right, Scott. Driver's license reinstatement day in Manatee County wrapped up a little while ago. Individuals with tickets that led to a suspended license for failure to pay, failure to appear, or for traffic citations and collections status were eligible to restore their status as a valid driver. Participants had to pre-register to determine eligibility, then go before a judge for a chance to have fines reduced and set up a payment plan. Clerk of Circuit Court Angel Colaneso says this is an important program for the county to have.
People, if they can't drive, they can't get to work, and it puts people sometimes in an impossible position to perhaps take a chance and drive when they shouldn't. So in this way, people can clear their record, and they know that they can drive with a clear conscience.
Now, Hillsborough County had a similar program earlier this year. Scott, back to you.
All right, Dwayne, thank you so much. In a little more than an hour from now, tow will meet leather right across the Suncoast. Up next, ABC 7's Adam Cellini will join us for a preview of football Friday night live from Venice. Stay with us.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory. It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Ford Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Bring your measurements this Saturday from 9 to 4 to get huge discounts. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
Attention breast cancer survivors. If you experience permanent hair loss or baldness after chemotherapy, you may qualify for a cash award. Thousands of women suffering breast cancer were given a chemotherapy drug without being warned about the possibility of irreversible alopecia. If you or a loved one suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy, call 888-622-8732. Time to file a claim is limited. 888-622-8732. That's 888-622-8732.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Weather conditions for football Friday night much improved from the first 2 weeks of the regular season, and tonight our game of the week pits the Venice Indians against the Manatee Hurricanes. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us live from Venice High School with a preview. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, you hear that? There it is. The Venice Indians war chant. It is out and ready to go. Like you said, the sun is shining. We had a little bit of a drizzle earlier, but the band's out. That means the energy's out, and we're ready to go. Venice Indians taking on the Manatee Hurricanes. This is a former district rivalry. Now it's an out-of-district rivalry, but still very valuable for bragging rights here in the area. Now Venice enters this game with 2 wins, including their preseason. They're coming off of a 10-win season last year where they were the district runner-up and made it to the playoffs, losing to district opponent Braden River. Now Manatee High School already has their first loss of the season from an out-of-state matchup, and they're coming into this game on a short week thanks to a Monday night game versus the Palmetto Tigers that was delayed because of Tropical Storm Hermine last week. Both these teams come in with an experienced offense led by veteran quarterbacks Bryce Carpenter for the Indians, AJ Colagiovanni for the Hurricanes. A lot of experience, great coaching on both sides, but it's a toss-up. It could either be a high-scoring game or low-scoring. We were told by Coach John Peacock for the Venice Indians before this matchup that the key to this game will be protecting the ball. Whoever makes the least mistakes will come out on top. Kickoff is at 7:30, and we'd like to remind everyone outside of the game in the stands to send us your pictures. Send them on social media, either at our Twitter, MySunCoast, or on Facebook with the hashtag Fan of the Week. We'll run the best of the best in our shows tonight. Live in Venice, I'm Adam Cellini. Play me out, boys. Back to you.
All right, Adam. The band did sound great. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tonight on the big show at 11:15. We'll be right back with Bob's forecast for football Friday night.
ABC 7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour quality selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade.
Seymour Savings.
It's the Buick 2016 model year sale down. Now get 20% below MSRP on select Encore models in stock. That's nearly $5,000 below MSRP on the 2016 Buick Encore.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Get ready, college football fans. When you buy a $5 or more Fantasy 5 ticket and enter your team's drawing, you could win great prizes like team merchandise, tickets to your team's games, and other bowl game experiences. You could even win a championship weekend prize pack in Tampa or $10,000 cash. Fantasy 5 from the Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
The official salon of ABC 7. Cutting Loose Salon.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Well, the first week, let's see, the kickoff classics, right? They had
heavy rain, yes.
Or was it the first week?
We had some thunderstorms.
Yeah, they had heavy rain. The games were delayed.
Right.
Last week, a lot of the games got washed out. They didn't even try because the fields were wet.
So wet. And tonight, different story. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
three weeks make a charm, right? Or whatever it is. Third time makes a charm. We are looking at basically nice weather around. We were looking at showers scattered about at times. You watch the Cortez Bridge webcam. We'll review that and show you. A passing shower comes through, and then just afterward, the sun comes back out. So that's what we're looking at. Basically, a little bit of breeze shower possible in some of the areas, and then you can see the shadows from the trees, the palm trees there near the Cortez Bridge, indicating the sun back out in some areas. And there's a little bit of sun with some rain falling. Rainbow. Cindy Desmond getting this one. A nice photo as we just saw that rainbow about 15, 20 minutes ago. Here's a look now. You send those pictures in, by the way, to Pix, P-I-X at mysuncoast.com, or you can go to our Facebook page or Twitter page. Just do it at mysuncoast. As far as the Titan radar picture goes, you can see some rain falling. Scattered light rain shower activity moving off to the west at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Not much out there. That's good news. And it looks as though we'll see 1 or 2 showers popping up here and there over the next couple of hours. Temperatures were really hot today, mid-90s for highs. And with that kind of heat in the atmosphere, it's still around, and it will still create some lift. So near Bayshore Gardens, heading toward Whitney Beach, get ready for some showers there in the next 10 to 15 minutes. We already had some rain out at Anna Maria. It's 92, still very hot at the Sarasota Braden Airport. The dew point is at 74. We have a west wind now at 7, so that west wind would indicate maybe a little bit of a sea breeze trying to develop, but it's unlikely. 95 the high. That's tying the record, 95, set back in 1951. And 78 was your morning low. That wasn't too low because our normal low is at 75. No rainfall officially at the airport as of yet. And for temperatures statewide, it's 92 in Tallahassee, the same here. 85 Miami now, 88 degrees in Key West. And around town, the games are going to be very hot. Like right now, it's 92 in Sarasota, 93 in Bradenton, Venice, 90 degrees. Game time kickoff, more likely to be right around 88 degrees, 92 in Northport. And the water temperature now at 85 degrees. See this little spin up right here. This is interesting. The National Hurricane Center giving this a 40% chance of developing into something tropical in the next 2 days. The story is, though, the winds are rather high here in the upper levels of the atmosphere. You see these clouds kind of ripping off to the north, and it's going to continue to move off in a westerly direction, so it should not have any impact on our weather. Again, it's a low pressure area that's starting to develop, and it's pushing off toward the west into the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico for the time being. We'll see how it plays out in a couple of days. We're also watching 2 areas out here, one to the northeast of Puerto Rico, another well off into the central Atlantic. This one has a much better chance of developing into Ian over the next 24 to 48 hours, in fact, and this one not much of a chance of developing. They're both kind of heading off to the west-northwest, but this one in particular will head toward the Carolinas, while this one starts to move off into the open waters of the Atlantic in time. Now, again, this one only has about a 20% chance of developing. That's why there's not many models running that right now. Even if it were to develop, it looks like it would head off toward the Carolinas. This one in the open waters of the Atlantic. That's what it looks like right now. So we'll keep an eye on it. We are approaching the peak of hurricane season beginning tomorrow, the 10th. And you can see the satellite review showing a large complex of storms out there in the central Gulf of Mexico. For us, the RPM forecast model showing a brief shower possible this evening. Otherwise, more showers scattered about. Looks like early next week. Temperatures still very hot across the Northeast. 90 in Boston right now and 94 in Dallas. For boaters, it looks good out there. A light chop for the light chop for bays and inland waters. The water temperature now warming up to 84 degrees. Sunset will be at 7:41 and the next tide at 8:59. Isolated showers, 75 for a low. Tomorrow, look for another hot day, low 90s and a 40% chance for storms. East winds at 5 to 10. The extended forecast calls for a 60% chance on Monday, and it stays pretty active, I think, throughout all of next week. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thank you. An exciting new addition for a Suncoast nonprofit is almost ready to open. Straight ahead, we'll take you inside Southeastern Guide Dog's new Student Center.
Today's Hooters word of the day is tackle. Register today's word by midnight at mysuncoast.com, and you and 3 friends could be headed to a Bucks game in style.
Dead heat. Key battlegrounds now up for grabs. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton spar over how to keep Americans safe with 60 days to the election. Plus, our back-to-school person of the week shows how much caring really counts. Tonight on World News Tonight with David Muir.
40 Carats Family Center presents a free speaker event, The Gift of Failure, How the Best Parents Learn to Let Go So Their Children Can Succeed, by Jessica Leahy at Hyatt Regency Sarasota on Monday, September 12th. RSVP required at 40carats.org.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Southeastern Guide Dogs in Palmetto getting ready to open its new $8.5 million student center. It's been in the works for 9 years now, and it's now a reality thanks to hundreds of donors. The Barplehurst Student Center will house students who are visually impaired and veterans as they train with their new guide dogs. The building includes student rooms, dining hall, training facility, student leisure space, and a courtyard. It will open Monday and serve an estimated 500+ students and graduates each year. Looks pretty nice.
Wow, what a wonderful program, too,
Yeah.
you know, and amazing expanding there. That's great news on that front. And good news, too, tonight for Football Friday night. You know, last couple of weekends have been tough, but tonight should be okay. Then there will be a few passing showers. It may hit some of the stadiums, but it should be okay over.
Quickly there and done.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Bob. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Have a great evening. We'll see you again at 11 o'clock.
This is an ABC 7 editorial with Steve Sabato.
Last week, Hermine brought the reality of hurricanes back to Florida. While the Suncoast dodged a direct hit, we did set record levels of rain, and beach erosion was severe in some locations. Sea levels do appear to be rising, and Florida is uniquely at risk. How we deal with beach erosion will have a profound environmental and economic impact on our future. The Conservation Clinic at the University of Florida, Levin College of Law, wrote an in-depth report on erosion and coastal management in Florida. Among their conclusions, Florida beaches and the sea turtles that depend on them are at risk. Beaches have been moving and sea turtles have survived millions of years. But today, there is one big difference: large-scale human development. Everyone knows we cannot control the weather, and it is very unlikely constant renourishment can hold back the rising waters. We have no further to look than Lido or Siesta Key to see that. So what's to be done? One recommendation of the university's report is we need to reconsider policies that subsidize development, and in the process of transferring the cost of private risk to the general public through things like flood insurance underwriting, we have inadvertently encouraged development in flood-prone areas. Without the economic safety net of federal and state insurance subsidies, coastal development will decrease and movement back from the beach where development already exists would occur. These are going to be painful and expensive decisions, but few states have as much at stake as Florida. Rather than wait for the next hurricane to come, the public needs to take a greater interest and focus on ways to mitigate the erosion of our beaches. It is imperative that climate changes we face demand more than a passing interest. I'm Steve Sabato, and we'd like to hear from you.
The opinions expressed in this editorial do not necessarily reflect those of ABC7's owners or management. If you would like to comment, go to our website, www.mysuncoast.com, and click Community.
Temperatures on the Sun Coast are rising and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $17,999. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour quality selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade.
Seymour Savings.
It's the Buick 2016 model year sell down. Now get 20% below MSRP on select Encore models in stock. That's nearly $5,000 below MSRP on the 2016 Buick Encore.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.